Hey guys, in this video, I'll be taking you through our proprietary website design process that we follow with every client of ours. And it gets amazing, consistent results every time when we do this. And it has been tried and tested throughout the years with like 50 plus client projects that we have worked so far. So obviously we start with who's the allocated designer. It's a entire project and its designer, developer, and the project manager. Map out the project timelines. Then we start with okay, who are your competitors? And there will be some competitors that will be sharing, and there are some competitors that will be also taking look and finding out in terms of indirect competitors. And we already have a predefined scope of work that we have discussed ahead. Considering that, once that is done, our team takes the discovery call in terms of understanding everything about your brand, right? So it starts with understanding everything about your business, right? What do you do? What are your products and services? What is the purpose of the business, right? What are the main sources of customer acquisition that you have? Like, what are the long-term goals, values, personality, etc. Everything about your brand. Then we're assessing your competitors. We're looking at your main competitors, what makes you different, what makes your product different in comparison to your competition, what are some of the things that are your strengths, some of the things that are your weaknesses. So we are trying to know everything about you in and out. And once we know about your competitors, we're looking to understand everything about your customers, right? Their lifestyles, what are they doing, right? What they appreciate about your business, what do existing customers like about your product, right? So we're trying to discover all of these things. Once that is done, we create a user persona. So, and throughout the entire process, we reflect through this user persona's lens to see, okay, will this user persona will this be very relevant to the user persona in regards to which whom we are redesigning the whole website or launching the entire website. Now, once all of that is done, we start with competitive analysis. So in terms of competitive analysis, we are trying to look at desktop approaches and mobile approaches. We are trying to identify what are some of the must-have things, good to have things, and things that we should be avoiding by looking at all our competitors, be it direct or indirect. We're making notes throughout. And once we meet all these notes and take a look at all the pages of our competitors, be it mobile or desktop, next thing we are looking to do is go create a pattern recognition document. This pattern recognition document is done for every page, which contains must-haves and good-haves information that we just wrote down in those sticky notes. We make it very easy to digest for you guys. Now, the things we have discovered, right? Be it any feature, any design, any section, any content, everything will have some benefit for the user or the visitor and some benefit for your business, right? It has to have two-way benefit. Only then we need to include it into the website, right? So we write down, okay, if we add this, what is the benefit for the user? What is the benefit for the brand? And how easy is it to execute, right? And if there's anything, what do we need from it? Is it photographs, testimonials, etc.? So we write everything down, we dissect it. And in case we have any ideas, we also find that out and pitch that to you. So the idea of comp analysis is to find, okay, what all things can we be doing? Once that is done, we start with user journeys. We take a look, okay, how will the user navigate through the website? And what do we want them to do on the website? Is it just browse? What is the intention behind the website in terms of improving our key KPIs? Now, once that is done, all the comp analysis and everything, we start with sitemap and creating sitemap. And in terms of sitemaps as well, we create multiple versions based. Every sitemap will have different aim, right? Either it can be okay, we want to do this, we want to communicate this, we want to tell a story. You want to make it very crisp and conversion oriented, right? What is the aim of the sitemap? So once that is done, we create sitemaps along with, okay, what sort of content will it have? And throughout this entire process that I just described to you, it's going to be a very collaborative process. Things will be sharing with you, gathering your inputs, and then we'll be going back to the board and implementing those things and feedbacks of the things that we have discussed. Once all of this is done, we land onto a final information architecture for the whole website, which contains, okay, if there's going to be, what is the page structure of homepage going to look like? Hero section, explainer, intro video, categories, showcase the products, tell USPs. What's the order or the content strategy? Once all of that is done, we most most brands, freelancers, everyone might start wireframing, but we don't do that. We want to capture the essence of the UI or the design differentiation that your brand wants to have. So what we do is we jump onto UI mood board exercise, where we are identifying that for your brand, what are some of the UI elements, layouts, and everything that you're looking to have as done in terms of design differentiation. Now we have the content and the strategy differentiation. Now we are nailing down the design differentiation. So we identify it through UI mood board exercise, and we're looking at, okay, according to market trends, this is what it is right now. And this is, and we create your own slider as well. Okay, this is where we want to position ourselves in terms of design differentiation. So once all of that is done and we have identified what your brand will have, what your brand will not have, and what are some of the maybe things that it can have and it can have, right? Once all of that is done, we jump into the wireframing phase. Now, this is where everything gets interesting. We are looking to move as far as possible from subjective design and rely on objectivity. And this is where our team's expertise comes into picture. Yeah. So if you take a look, this is a desktop first design. For it depends on brand to brand as well on how many types of what is the ratio of visitors coming onto your website? Are most of them coming from your mobile phones? Are most of them coming from the desktop devices? So for this brand, most of them are coming from mobile devices. So what do? Is we already created the information architecture. So now the next step is let's start wireframe. Now we want to make it very objective in nature. So what we do is we start brainstorming all sorts of designs for every section according to the information architecture. Now that is alone and not enough, right? Because most people are not designers like our team. So what do is we help you make very objective decisions by adding pros and cons to every design. And so all of that is done, and we have gone through every section for every page. And we have created that perfect blend of objectivity where each of our design section and everything has most pros and least cons. We go and like collect them together and combine it together. And this results into the final wireframe looking something like this. Once all of that is done, if your brand still has the brand, we create like according to your brand book, we create the design system, color palette, iconography, etc. And then the last thing would be creating the UI designs for it. Now, obviously, we can. So, what do? Is in terms, we start with this is your, say, for example, this is your wireframe. What do is we create two or three multiple versions in terms of brand guidelines, what can be included in it. We give you a glimpse of, okay, this is the final aesthetic that we can come up with according to your brand guidelines. How does it look? finalize that for homepage, once all of that is done, then we can move on to creating UI designs for all other pages according to the homepage. Once all of that is done and we land on to approve UI, we can just hand it off to developers for development. Once all of that is done, developers come to us like, okay, we have done the development, please do the QA, right? So our designers get back onto the board and do the QA to identify, okay, is the design matching one to the development? Because the last thing what we want is we have created this amazing design, amazing interactions, amazing art direction, right? And that does not get reflected in the live website and the last part of the development, right? So the best thing we will be doing is like map it one to one, figure out what is that point that needs to be resolved by developers. Once every point is resolved, we then go on and make the website live. Yeah. And once the website is made live, as part of our like process and ultimate vision and values, what we do is like we provide a value add on. That is, once the website is live, you get 1 month free maintenance. So everything need to know about your website, you are updated. In case you have any queries, you can resolve that. And the early on maintenance is taken care of by our team, right? Because that is the very crucial time once you launch after the website. So this sums up the entire website design process that our team follows every time. And this has been tested and tried through 50 plus website design projects and has been proven to deliver consistent results every time. In case you guys have any questions in terms of our process or be it anything else, more than happy to help. Feel free to write back to me. That's it from my side. Have a great day, guys.